Welcome to Module 1, Establishing the Habit. The premise of the Grateful Jar project is twofold. First, it's a deliberate choice to refocus on the wonder of your life and all that there is to appreciate. Secondly, it is a commitment to pause at some point during your day to put pen to paper and write down 3 things or experiences that you're grateful for. On this first week, you are establishing the parameters of your journey, getting clear on the logistics, the what, the how, the why, the where, and the when. Let's start with the what. What are you going to put your notes in? You'll find in the days and weeks ahead that I affectionately refer to these notes as the gratefuls. Now, naturally, as a keeper of the Grateful Jar, I am a huge advocate of using an actual jar. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's not a beauty contest. You don't have to go out and buy something new. Please don't let waiting for the perfect container stop you from exploring this powerfully daily ritual. There's probably something in your recycling. If not, let's make this ridiculously easy. Maybe it's not even a jar. Maybe it's a basket or a shoebox. The container itself doesn't matter. What does matter is that you have a specific vessel devoted exclusively to holding your gratefuls. A physical space that will remind you to pick up that pen, pour your gratitude onto the page, and lovingly deposit it into the container. In a nutshell, that covers the what. What are you going to put your gratefuls in? Which leads me to a very common why that I am often asked. Why can't I do this in a journal? Journals are valuable. They hold space for what is being processed. The pages might be full of what is stressing you out and maybe what's not working. A journal is often a place to brainstorm solutions, to move emotions. Having a specific vessel devoted only to gratitude, only to appreciation, and only to wonder has a very different energetic imprint than a journal, where you may also explore heartaches or worries. I'm also asked, can I keep this as a note in my phone? You likely have some mixed emotions in the relationship with your cell phone. Connection, yes. Convenience, yes. There is also responsibility, obligation, errands, appointments, lists, overwhelm. Again, having a specific vessel devoted exclusively to gratitude, to appreciation, and to wonder has a very different energetic imprint to it than using a cell phone where you're at everyone's beck and call for their requests and at risk of distraction with the internet just a click away. Science also backs me up on this. Gratitude practices have been extensively researched, and it has been concluded beyond a shadow of a doubt that putting pen to paper and writing out your gratefuls longhand yields far greater benefits than entering your gratitude into an electronic device. Plus, as you watch your grateful jar begin to fill, your heart will begin to swell with the evidence of so much goodness in your life. The grateful jar, this humble container, very quickly becomes a sacred vessel. You simply will not have the same physiological reaction to a journal sitting on the table. And you certainly won't have the same purity of experience with your phone. It's the kind of thing that you're just going to have to experience for yourself. Give yourself the gift of presence. Give yourself the gift of awe and of reverence. Give yourself the gift of devotion. Make the choice to put pen to paper. Let your gratitude flow, and then offer your notes to the grateful jar. Now, another interesting discovery through all of the scientific research is the power of the language used. A core principle of the Grateful Jar Project is beginning each of the 3 sentences with the words, "Today I am grateful." When you repeat, "Today I am grateful," over and over and over again, your subconscious begins to absorb it. Hey, it says, "Today I'm grateful." And with enough repetition, your subconscious is going to begin automatically looking for opportunities to appreciate. Now, a disclaimer. We have all had an experience where we have at one point or another been snidely told, "You should be more grateful." That's not inspiring. That's shame. And that is not what the Grateful Jar Project is about. I'm not going to tell you to watch the evening news and be grateful for how good you've got it, because that is not gratitude. That is relief. And we'll learn more about that in week 2 with understanding energy attachments. So if you find yourself having resistance or an apparent allergic reaction to the phrase, "Today I am grateful," explore what other language you can use. Maybe it's, "Today I appreciate," or perhaps it's, "Today I love." No matter what word feels right for you, this is about redirecting your attention and shifting into appreciation. So now we've covered the what. What are you going to put your gratefuls in? And the importance of a specifically designated container. We've covered the how, the scientifically proven importance of putting pen to paper and beginning 3 sentences with the phrase, "Today I am grateful," or "Today I appreciate." We've explored the why, as in, why not in my phone or why not in my journal? Which leaves us the last 2, the when and the where. When during the day are you going to commit to writing out what you're grateful for? The first comment I get about this ritual usually concerns time. But really, how long does it take to write down 3 simple sentences? When I first began the Grateful Jar Project, one of my biggest roadblocks was remembering to do it. It wasn't a lack of desire. It's just that life gets busy and sometimes weird. New habits need reinforcements. How are you going to remember to do this? I ended up mounting a sign next to my bed. "Have you done your gratefuls yet?" Maybe you'll set an alarm as a reminder. Maybe you'll stick a Post-it note on your bathroom mirror. This first week is all about making the commitment, establishing the habit, and exploring how to best remind yourself to pick up the pen. Now, there will be days that you forget. And when that happens, let yourself off the hook. You are developing a new habit. But in that moment of realizing you forgot, right then and there, pick up your pen and write out 3 things you're grateful for. Chances are you can write down that you are grateful you took immediate action when you realized you had forgotten. As much as this is a journey of gratitude, it's also an exploration of curiosity and compassion. This is a no judgment zone. Let yourself off the hook. Pick up the pen. Offer it up to the page. 3 simple experiences you're grateful for. If you can, attach your Grateful Jar ritual to an already established routine. Maybe after you've brushed your teeth and are settling into bed. It's a beautiful opportunity to reflect on your day. A moment of gratitude before sleep. Now, a helpful tip. You may be concerned that you will not be able to remember the special awesomeness that each unique day brings. I find it helpful to keep a short note during the day with 1 or 2 words that will help jog my memory and recapture these moments. There is something incredibly potent about doing this practice right before bed, giving yourself the opportunity to drift to sleep with a peaceful mind and a buoyant heart. For the first week, when you're just leaning into establishing the habit, it's nothing more than today I'm grateful for and a couple of words. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Next up, the where. Where will your grateful jar live? The beautiful thing about a grateful jar is not only does it remind you to practice, but when you see it first thing in the morning, it's a tangible reminder of all of the amazing good fortune that is in your life. It deserves a special spot. Over the years, my grateful jar has lived in many different places in many different homes. When I first began, it sat on my computer desk. It had a brief stint on the kitchen counter, but when I really committed to it, I placed it beside my bed with pens and paper in my nightstand drawer. It was the last thing I saw before drifting to sleep, and one of the very first things I laid eyes on in the morning. Designate a specific spot because it will remind you about this new habit. Science alert. Research shows that you are 4 times more likely to achieve a goal when accompanied with a declaration. Tell someone that you are committed to doing this. I've found that it is generally responded to with a lot of enthusiasm. People are legitimately curious about this. You might even find they love the idea and decide to do their own version. By telling someone, you're also planting the seed of appreciation within your relationship. The more you talk about your commitment to gratitude, the more you recognize gratitude. And the more you recognize gratitude and talk about your commitment to gratitude, those around you will begin looking for and finding their own experiences that they are grateful for. I have a hunch that the ripple effects of this journey is going to surprise you. I invite you to create ease for your practice. Gather the simple materials you will need to support the development of the new habit. The jar, the pens, the paper. Oh, the paper. Throughout the weeks ahead, we're going to explore getting more detailed with your written offerings. So I recommend that you use a full-size sheet of paper. Maybe you'd like a candle glowing for this moment of reflection. Designate your specific spot where the grateful jar will live and lovingly tend to this space. Create a little altar of gratitude. Simple, sacred space with what you need easily at hand. Your future, much more grateful, much happier self will thank you for designating this spot and creating such soulful ease. And you just might find that having established your designated gratitude space will be something that you can easily be grateful for this evening after you've done it. I encourage you to celebrate your willingness to learn new ways. Thank you for joining me in an adventure of deliberate gratitude. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump beats my grateful, grateful heart.